Right, so this is a reaction video to crypto art and post-crypto future, and in general to Cat, Cat Graffam. So here's the deal, guys. I'm not good at telling you to do all the stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube or whatever, but just, yeah, like the video or just do all that stuff, okay? I'm a uh, I'm a technologist, and I'm sort of against YouTube. I'm against all of these different media outlets. I think that we can that we can come up with the new thing on our own. That it's the real Web3, and we can just sort of pay each other somehow and forget about all this foolishness, this stuff of algorithms and whatever. But in the meantime, I guess I'm supposed to tell you, click like and subscribe and all that stuff. Anyhow, okay. So this is um, a reaction again to Cat, who makes some interesting arguments about crypto and post-crypto. And by crypto, what Cat's really talking about is kind of what the outside world sees of crypto, right? Which is NFTs, this lovely place, OpenSea, and um, and my background is I come from deep, kind of from within the world of the data center of IT. Like I run commands like this that are cool looking, I guess, right? So, and I mean, I create some art, but I don't consider myself to be an artist. In fact, I am David Vanderhoeken. I don't know if you've heard of the famous prison artist on OpenSea, David Vanderhoeken. Probably not. And this, perhaps you could say, is post-crypto. This is called Rainbow Heart, and certainly is a commentary on NFTs. On a piece of paper, which I was using for something else, right? So this is the back of something else. And I think that this QR code will take you to a transaction. So I think that the QR code right here breaks you out of the whole OpenSea system, and somehow, right? I made this a long time ago, and I have much different kind of things now. Now, by the way, this is in the style that I call this the style that's being shown here. I call it Good News Bible, because when I was a kid, I was shown this form of art, these kind of stick figure-y guys right here. So that was my artistic inspiration for this guy that we're saying David Vanderhoeken created. And then also I had another piece that actually sold right here. This is what I guess you would call, I don't know, computer art or something. It's and we can actually see it right here, right? This is the entire program that creates this this piece. And I think if I've tried to change the numbers and to make the colors different. I've done, I don't know, different things in this style, but usually this is just when I need something, right? I grab something to kind of stick in, and so one of my buddies did buy this. Of course, now we're talking about like the online gallery. I don't know, Kat, if you're familiar with Gilverston and Swinsley. They're here in Dallas, out on Dragon Street, and so this was kind of a collaboration between myself, David Vanderhoeken, and a prestigious downtown Dallas art gallery. The history of Gilverston and Swinsley is fascinating, and it kind of goes to, I'm just kidding, I just made that name up. Anyhow, this is, I have other kind of versions of this here. This is not, I'm not as excited about this. I'm not particularly excited about this stuff, although I think it is sort of cool. It does show. I don't know. I don't really consider myself an artist, but I'm but I'm but my point is to say that many of the things, Kat, that you're saying are right. You're absolutely right, and there is a the potential of post-crypto, and I sort of hate that word because we were here before. We were here imagining these things before the idiots ran the stage, and that's been my experience for the last few years. Is that I have things that are really important to say, really valuable, and um, before I can get a word in edgewise, you know, uh, a bunch of uh, promoters just steal all the air out of the room and and take everybody's money. So that's been my experience working in this world of blockchain technology or crypto, which I consider to be the public blockchain. Is that there's two phases. There's the summer when everybody thinks that what they know more than you, and they're going to make $1 million with some sort of project that's doomed to steal their money, or they're angry and don't want to listen because they've just lost their money. So there's the summer and then the winter, and in both cases, it's very hard to get people's attention. But I'm trying, and you're so much better at that than I am, I think. Okay, so moving on. By the way, this is a this is a shout out to my liberal arts education, right? You know if you've checked this guy out, but Walter Benjamin. I think you get extra points if you don't say Benjamin. Uh, who knows? I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction. Now more important than ever, perhaps, with these NFTs, right? And he's basically saying that mechanical reproduction, this is in 35, devalues art. And I would say that that's true. Um, However, what I'm about is something very different, and that is communication and networking and uh, being able to directly work with each other using this technology instead of um, instead of having to rely basically on the gallery. So we're now able to cut the gallery out, but the gallery always comes back in one form or another and is trying to convince us that that's wrong. Some of the most interesting art that I've bought is just from people on the street, uh, and and this is sort of what I do, right? This is my presentation style, and the reason why I do it this way is so I can show you things. Here's one of the things that I tend to create these sort of ugly looking tests, but they prove things. And what this proves here is that you can, if you have a piece of digital art, instead of creating it as an NFT where you have to host it somewhere and the NFT points to it and it's owned by the creator of the NFT system in OpenSea, you can use similar technology. You still use like your MetaMask technology, and you create it's not really a token at all. It's just a transaction. It's possible to create a transaction, and then in that transaction, you can put your piece of art if it's not too big. Um, and so I'm just showing you here. This would be the wallet you would use to do this. This Polygon network is cheaper than Ethereum, so you don't have to end up paying all these crazy fees. So there are there are options, but you are stepping completely away from the gallery into kind of the wilderness, and it's up to these people in the wilderness to make sense of this. But in order to add something kind of into the system, you could click and download a file from your computer, uh, and here's like a screenshot or whatever, um, and upload it into the system. And even though I wrote this, I don't have any ownership of the process. So I created this in a different way, and so I'm not monetizing. I'm not monetizing when you upload something. And these green images are quite large in real life. I've scaled them down just in this display, and I don't really have any. This is a medium. There's my heroes right there. Um, uh, this is a medium for communication. This is a medium for free speech, and I think that it can be, in terms of your world, um, and the artists that you connect with, this can be the post-crypto thing, right? You can take pictures of your art to display here. Your identity is tied to, we know your identity, right? Just like an NFT, we know all those things. But this is a much simpler process, and like I say, there's no middleman. I'm not the middleman in this, and that's what makes it different. And that's why I'm still struggling, right? That's why I'm not a millionaire. But we'll get there. We'll figure this all out. So that's my response. I do hope this makes sense. Sometimes people have accused me of not entirely making sense. And in this world of things we can create ourselves, this is more of a conversational kind of looking page, right? Different people from India. This guy's from France. So it's possible. There's another one of my computer art pieces, I guess, similar. I think you could probably see the similarities between that and the other one. And this is interesting because if the little images pop back up, this shows that you can send images to other places, right? Like this will go to China, and let's see if we have some that actually have images on them, right? So my point is that crypto can be used kind of as a different medium, and yeah, this part the images don't work right now, but anyway, I hope you get the point. I really try not to edit these videos because I don't have the time. But I did want to contact you, respond to you, and thanks for your work.